Should be live. Should be live. Yo, what's going on? Whoever the three people are in the stream, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Upload this thumbnail real quick while I'm at it. Yo, what's going on, Quinn? Glad you're doing good. Decided to do another live stream. A lot of people said they liked it, so I was like, why not? Why not? So what are your thoughts so far on the New York Knicks? Did you like their free agency? What's going on, John? How are you? How are you doing, John? That was my dad's name. So was my grandpa's. If you guys have any questions, we could talk broad NBA, just New York Knicks, whatever you guys want to talk about in the basketball world. Yo, what's going on, Alexis? Big time subscriber. I appreciate your support as well. Appreciate all you guys' support. Appreciate you guys being here. What's going on, Legend Z? How are you? I'm not sure. Did you guys get notifications? Let me know if you guys got notifications or you guys just like found it. Yeah, how you doing, Legend? I like the Noel signing. Not too sure about the Rivers and Burke signing. Yeah, I was really I was like lukewarm on the Rivers signing. I know he plays really hard, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. I don't think he's truly a point guard. I think he's more of an off guard that shoot the basketball some way. He's not really efficient, but yeah, I'm not the biggest of Austin Rivers fan. But I did like the Noel signing. I see the connection with Kentucky. He's young, 1-year contract. Appreciate it. Sixers. Do you think? What about the Sixers? What about them? Did they just make another move, or you think they should make another move? Yo, I appreciate that. Roberto, I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. He says respect. I have respect for you as well. Thanks so much for being here, man. How are you? Sixers make another move. But yeah, I like how they got Seth Curry. I liked how they got Isaiah Joe in the draft. I thought Tyrese Maxey was great value. I thought they were going to come out with Tyrell Terry, but if you can get the value of a Tyrell Terry or of a Tyrese Maxey who's projected in the lottery, and then you get a guy like Isaiah Joe who's a great shooter from Arkansas, I just thought those were great picks. What's the best that's a good question, Jeff. What's going on? What's the best Randall package you think we can get? Honestly, you always think of the Hornets. If it's taking on the bad contract of Terry Rozier, maybe even Nicholas Batum. There's that rumored, of course, Gordon Hayward's going to be a lock for the Hornets no matter what, but there's a rumor that Nicholas Batum, they're trying to find a trade partner to trade him somewhere, and we need to take on a bad contract, so that might be an option. But I think Randall might be staying, unfortunately. Should the Lakers sign Whiteside for the last roster spot? No, I think they're good with the big man right now of Harrell. I think they brought back – did they bring back JaVale McGee? And then they have Marc Gasol. I believe they brought him back. Yeah, I thought I like Quickly a lot, but I think we could have got Terry with the Quickly pick because we picked Quickly at 25, and Terry didn't go till 31. I think we should have got Tyrell Terry with the Quickly pick and then could add Quickly with the next pick. They made a trade? Well, if you could let me know, that'd be awesome. Yo, what's going on, Apple? How you doing? Yeah, I think Randall's staying too. I'll check for you. I don't think I would have got it on Twitter, to be completely honest, so I don't think so. Yeah, how are you doing, man? Love the channel. I'm a huge Knicks fan. What do you think the starting lineup will be? Well, if you know Tom Thibodeau, it's going to be interesting. Even though we're a very young team, he's going to put the best product out there that's going to compete and win games. So I think it's going to be Elfrid Payne. He's not the greatest shooter, but he brings other elements to the game. Sadly, Randall might start, but I think Obi's still going to get a big contribution off the bench. But I would start Obi Toppin because he's 22 years old. He's going to be 23 in March, and he's supposed to be this impact right-away basketball player. RJ, obviously, he's going to start. Might have Alec Burks at the 2 and have RJ at the 3 because he's not the greatest shooter. You're going to have Mitch out there as well. So Elfrid Payne, I think it's going to be Elfrid Payne, Alec Burks, RJ. Then it's going to be Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. What's up, bro? I've been following you since you dropped your first video. You're doing great. Can't wait to see your content during the regular season. So you've been watching me since that Pistons video. I appreciate that a lot. I really do appreciate that support. I'm not a big Payne fan either. He's really heavy on passing it to Randall because remember they were teammates at New Orleans. Randall's on the last year of his contract. Yeah, but I do think he can be valuable if they play him on the block more. But Obi, we took him to be an impact player right away. And I don't know if you guys saw the tweet or whatever. He was on Instagram Live giving out like turkey to like Brooklyn, which of course where he's from, which is just awesome. He seems like a great down to earth guy. The Clippers want to trade Lou Williams. Only 8 million. Maybe the Knicks can get him. I wouldn't be mad at that. That means we'll have another guard though. Obi off the bench, fire tips. I would not be surprised. He drafted Chris Dunn in the top 5 and he came off the bench, but he wasn't an impact right away player. We knew what Chris Dunn was. Obi will play the 3. That's an interesting perspective. I honestly don't think he's fast enough to play the 3. Like on defensively, I don't think he's good enough, but I do think his capability of shooting the 3 ball and he has good handle. But the defense really scares me. Clutch, is there a way that he can get Giannis on a sign and trade after signing Bam to an extension without giving up Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson? I actually don't think the Heat are as interested in Giannis as other people think. I really like the direction they're moving in with their young core. And I wouldn't give up Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson. Especially because they fit today's NBA. I'm not saying Giannis is trash. Giannis is a tremendous player, but they succeed more in the playoffs because Giannis, like the game slows down in the NBA playoffs. It's more of a half court setting. He gets out and runs. When the game slows down, Giannis really struggles, but they do have the right pieces around him. But that's a good question, man. That's really a good question because they have the right pieces around Giannis if they did get him. RJ at the 2, Sean says. Only real ones know that this was first a reaction channel. Yeah, I was planning on doing a reaction channel. I'm like, this is boring. That's not really my mindset for this channel. Does Randall have a team option for next year? I don't think he does. I think like the following year he does. That's a good question. Actually, I'll have to check that out. Trade Julius Randle for Noah Cahill. Thoughts? I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, he did go to Cleveland for Marc Gasol because I remember we were interested in him at one point. Okay, thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that. Randall has to go. Yeah, he's a talented player, but he's very ball dominant. Defense, it's so bad watching him. And if he's in that starting lineup, that's just another year he's going to stunt RJ's development. He are not going to get Giannis. Yeah, I agree. But if you think Bam's that important to your basketball team, I think you had to give him that contract. Will the Knicks trade Randall or what? Honestly, think this is the last year. I think we might roll Randall one more year. I honestly think they're getting packages, but I don't think they're satisfied with them. Honestly, think Giannis is going to stay. I do too. I think he's really loyal to Milwaukee. The Suns got Jay Crowder. Yeah, that was a good pickup for them. Yeah, so I was right. Yeah, after this year. Okay. Trade Randall for Rozier. I wouldn't be mad at that. He got better dishing the basketball. And he averaged like 18 points on 40% from 3, and we need a point guard, but got to trade DSJ or someone else in that deal for sure. The Knicks get JaVale. Would you do the Knicks? Can't get him. They were interested in him at one point, but he's on the Cavs now. And they got my man Damian Dotson, who I thought was a good pickup for them. I don't know why we got rid of Damian Dotson. Damian Dotson's definitely an impact player. He plays really hard on defense. He can shoot the 3 ball. I thought that was a mistake. Clutch. Question is Precious Achiuwa athletic enough? Is he athletic enough to play the 3? Oh, Precious is a 4 or 5. He's definitely not a 3 in today's NBA. He's really athletic, but he can't put the ball on the floor. Like you have to have the ability to put the ball on the floor at the 3. He's not good enough to put the ball on the floor to play the 3 in the NBA. I like Damian Dotson, man. I really did like Damian Dotson. Him and Frank were the longest tenure Knicks. Now it's Frank, and it's crazy. There's someone on this team. There's no one on this team that's 30 years older. This is a very young basketball team. Will RJ be an all-star? It's really hard to answer. We'll have to see after this year. Got to surround the right pieces with around RJ to be successful. He's not going to be like LeBron and just freaking be amazing, But RJ, I think he's going to put in the work. I think he has talent, but he has a lot of things he has to fix in his game to be an all-star. I think he can be a solid to good player in the NBA. I don't know if he'll be like superstar level or be a Ja or Zion level potential, but we'll see. I think the Knicks still thinking about doing a trade before. I do too. I think they're just trying to find the right offer. I missed Dotson. I was his first Twitch follower. Yeah, I did watch his what did he do, Call of Duty? And for his first few streams, I was the only one watching to ask him a bunch of questions. Yeah, he seems like a very chill, down to earth guy. I'm gonna miss Dotson a lot. I hope he has a lot of success in Cleveland shooting the basketball, and he brings defense to that team. I think he's gonna be a nice bench contributor. Good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Frank sucks. Yeah, not a lot of people like Frank. You see that Ohio State profile picture. Who's your NFL team, Anthony? I see that Justin Fields profile picture. Is it well because we're getting blown out and Jay Crowder was shooting a shot when the game was over, and yeah, he pushed him on the last shot. Yeah. Doesn't make sense for the Kings to re-sign De'Aaron Fox to an extension after they drafted Halliburton. Does that mean they might trade him? No. I'm gonna explain to you right now about the whole Tyrese Halliburton thing. A lot of people were confused when they selected Tyrese Halliburton, but I watched a lot of film on Tyrese Halliburton. I honestly did not want him as a Knick. I think he is a very smart basketball player, but he's way more of a two in my opinion. He's a guy that can't shoot off the dribble from downtown. He's a great passer. I think at worst he'll be a very nice role player, but I don't think he'll be that. I think he'll be a quality starter for the Kings. But he was put in a perfect situation because he's much better off the ball. He's a good catch and shoot type of guy. Shot 50% from downtown, but he's also a playmaker and he brings defense to that team. I think he's just a great fit because he's definitely not the prototypical off the dribble shooting type of point guard. I think he's way better off the ball, and I honestly thought it was the perfect fit. I wanted him to go to the Kings. No, I originally wanted him to go to Atlanta, to be honest with you. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Anthony. But yeah, there's just some insight about Tyrese. People either hate Frank or yeah. Sean says we did very good this offseason. Yeah, we're smart for once. We thought outside the box and we looked towards them. Look towards the future. I personally like Frank. I like Frank as well. I've made some videos in the past how he can be a franchise point guard if you surround him with the right pieces. Because like he doesn't have to average 20 points per game to be a good point guard. He could be a solid point guard if you put the right pieces around him. Frank Ntilikina, but I'm asking for if he starts like a 9 to 10 point per game season. But yeah, Frank, he just needs to have enough offense to put pressure on the defense. Just shoot the damn ball. Yo, what's going on, Cowboy X Factor? How you doing, man? New York Jets are the worst team in the NFL. But yeah, that is interesting. Vegas has Cavs and Knicks as their prediction for the worst NBA teams. Jets are the worst. Oh yeah, they are, no doubt about it. They're 0-10. They're just disgusting. And you look at their schedule, it's brutal. Would you play Obi or Randall? Obi. He's an instant impact guy. What do I think Thibodeau will play Obi? No, probably not. But I'll be happy if he did play Obi Toppin. Or do they trade Buddy Hield after drafting Tyrese Halliburton? Because I honestly think it's going to happen, but they might trade Buddy. Yeah, because you get Tyrese on a cheaper contract, and Tyrese brings more to the table, so that's a good question. And would be good for Miami. Yeah, man, their shooting would definitely be deadly for sure. Have you read Woj's tweet about unloading Batum? Yeah, I did read that, actually. I did, to free up more cap space. Free up more. If Frank was a dog, he would be similar to Patrick Beverley. I don't know. There's not a lot of Patrick Beverleys in the NBA, but maybe like a Marcus Smart type. But he doesn't flop like him. He just plays very fundamentally sound basketball. The worst team in the NBA, I would say, could be the Cleveland Cavaliers. It could be the New York Knicks. We'll see what happens, though. We will have top 5 lottery odds guaranteed. Yeah, and I'm going to say this my message to Knicks fans. Cade Cunningham plays today. I think Cade Cunningham's playing right now. I was going to stream that. Said it was on ESPN2, but I couldn't find it for some reason. But, yeah, I'm a fan of Cade Cunningham. I don't think we're getting him. I don't think we're getting Jalen Green. But my message to Knicks fans, if we don't get the first or second pick, it's okay. This is a deep draft. There's so much talent from like 1 to 20, and we need talent at the end of the day. Starts at 4. Well, there you go. Lonzo's a guy I wouldn't mind trading for whatsoever. They have a lot of guards. If it's Kyra over there, they just recently got Eric Bledsoe. They definitely have some guards over there for sure, and I think we could get Lonzo if we really wanted to. He's a guy that's gone better from beyond the arc, really struggled in the bubble, good playmaker, good defensive player. It's like mental with him, though. It how's his confidence? I'd want a point guard that can consistently put pressure on the defense, and it's just and he just plays soft, can't finish great at the basket. How are the Cavs? The Cavs are an interesting team because they don't really have a direction. Like, what are the Cavs' direction? They brought back Andre Drummond. They didn't give him this max, but they exercised his deal. They got Isaac Okoro. I'm a big fan of Isaac Okoro, good defensive player, brings a lot athletically. I think he's a high upside, and I do think he could be a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter, not like right off the dribble. What's going on, Sam? Go Knicks. But the Knicks, with Kevin Love's contract, Sexton, Garland, I don't think that's a great backcourt. The defense is horrendous. I just don't like the direction they're moving in. But I did like the Okoro pick. I thought they're going to take Obi because they've been struggling with ticket sales ever since LeBron left, and he's box office. I'm not talking about tanking. I'm talking about realism. We don't have enough talent. It's true, man. It's true. I think we're going to be like the Hawks. We're going to get to see these young players hopefully grow throughout the season. And we just got to learn how to win games. I think we're going to be competitive, but it all comes down to closing out games. And we're not going to see closing out games at the beginning of the season because these players are too young. So like they don't know how to play winning basketball yet. Name 5 other teams who have a worse record than us. Go ahead. The Cavs, the Pistons could have a really bad record as well, but I could say like the Cavs and Pistons. That's it. I don't really think any other team. And those are like possibilities. See, the Spurs, yes, they don't have the greatest of roster, but as long as you have Greg Popovich there, you're going to be competitive. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they still have Shea there, Kelly Oubre. Yeah, that bad injury, but we'll see if he's back. That's going to be interesting if they re-sign him. But the Pistons and Cavs, I think, are the teams that have the possibility to be worse. What do you think? What do you think happens when Pat Riley retires from the front office? Do they promote Eric Spoelstra or hire someone else? That's a really good question. I would like the Knicks to add a 3-and-D small forward. We need a damn small forward. I agree with that, man. That's our biggest hole. People think it's point guard. Right now, we need a small forward. OKC could be worse. They added my man Mike Miller. Just like Hawks are going to be. You think – I don't know if they'll be a 4th seed. I think at best they could be like 6th, 7th seed. Wait, something popped up on my screen. Let me exit out of this. Can you guys still see me? Okay, we're good. Never mind. Something weird popped up on my screen. I thought Oubre. Oh, what? He was originally. I forgot he got traded to the Thunder. Now he's on the Warriors. I forgot about that. All right, let me find it. If I can't find it, if you don't mind retyping. Because wasn't he in the deal? He was in the Chris Paul deal, remember? Oh. Well, he just re-signed with the Trailblazers. I have a lot of respect for Melo. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Melo. I don't know if I want to see him back. Like, yes, I don't get it. They'll bring back Melo because you can still get scoring guards off the bench if it's a Lou Williams or something like that, and he's older, and he doesn't really bring big-time leadership. He's a former Knick, but I guarantee if he wasn't a former Knick, no one would talk about it. But I have a lot of respect for Melo. He is like the last person to really take on the challenge of playing in New York. Who's going to take the 8th seed in the East? Can it be the Knicks who take that spot? I personally think it's going to be the Magic. Or it's going to be the Hawks this year because the Hawks, they had young talent before. Now they're bringing in these veterans that have experienced winning, like Rondo, Gallinari, like Dave Bogdanovich. He didn't make the playoffs, but he's a talented shooter. That defense may not be the greatest, so that's what scares me. That's a good question. You want me to check for you right now in free agency? You know who I would love to get from the Hornets? I would love to get Miles Bridges. Maybe they believe in PJ Washington more. Let me share the screen with you guys. 2020 NBA free agency results. See if there's anyone out there. I think it's on CBS. I have to go. Let me go on CBS. Hold up. You guys still see me? Hopefully you guys still see me. Sorry. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Derrick Rose, he might go to the Golden State Warriors, or he might go to a team like the Sixers. Never know. Clutch when Pat Riley. Oh yeah, I answered that already. I said I'm not sure. That's a good question. That's a really good question because Pat Riley's a genius. I think Washington Wizards with an improving Bradley Beal and healthy John Wall because 7th or 8th seed. Yeah, I forgot about the Wizards. Forgot about them for a sec. See how John Wall comes back. Do you think the Wizards can make the playoffs? Thoughts on Denny Avdija? Denny Avdija, I thought was the guy the Bulls were definitely going to draft. As soon as the lottery ended, but then I I guarantee he's not going there anymore because there was a lot of speculation. I didn't hear any rumors about him going top 5 except the Warriors, but the Warriors were in love with everyone. Denny's a very high IQ basketball player. The shooting's a big thing. Not like his form's ugly though. It's kind of a slower release. His handle isn't the greatest. He looks down when he dribbles, but he's a guy that has a high IQ on both ends. The scary thing is being Mario Hezonja. The Wizards suck defensively. They really do. Who'd they get in the draft? Trying to think who the Wizards get in the draft. Cade with our pick. Yeah, I wish we got Cade. We got him. Yo, what's up, man? Mama said, yo, what's up, bro? Let's go Knicks. How you doing, man? Appreciate being here. You're a great supporter. Yeah, not with our luck. Yeah, what's going on, man? Mama said's awesome. Appreciate the super chat last night. You didn't have to do that. Frank, RJ, Knox, Toppin, and Robinson. See, I could roll with that if we're going full youth, young core, but I don't think Tom Thibodeau is just going to throw out minutes. He's going to give it to players that think whoever's going to put him in the position to win basketball games. And I don't think Knox is that guy. But do I want to develop the young core? Yes, I do. But we have to do it in the right fashion. We can't just give these minutes to them. Atlanta might make some moves. Well, they just got Bogdanovich and they got Gallinari. They got Rondo. Wait, where'd Jeff Teague go? I'm trying to remember. I want Aaron Gordon from the Magic on the Knicks. Obi's kind of similar though. They're kind of the similar players. But then if you have Julius Randle, Aaron, and Obi, I don't think that would work personally. All respect to you, man. Bench, Peyton, Rivers, Burks, Randle, Noel. Yeah, do you think Randle has do you think he'll take that on though, being a bench player with that contract and just his ego of what he was last year? Cassius Winston, Wizards select him in the second round. He's just gonna be a nice, solid bench piece in my opinion. That brings energy. What's going on? Julio, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Oh yeah, they got Denny. I'm dumb. I just the Wizards are the weirdest team because they aren't great, but then they're not awful. They're stuck in the position I don't want the Knicks to be stuck in. Frank isn't going to start. He can't play point guard at a high enough level. Yeah, they might play him off the ball. Frank is so trash. Oh my god. Yo, what's going on, man? How are you? Teague went to the Celtics. Yeah, that's a good backup. Yo, what's going on, Logan? How you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. Or we can trade Randall DSJ 2021 second rounder for Langford, Robert Williams, and a first. I wouldn't be that mad at that. Langford definitely has talent. He had a disappointing season at Indiana though, but he was one of the top players. But yeah, and then imagine if it was upcoming first. The Celtics are going to be competitive, but the Mavericks are too. But those are still valuable picks. The Mavericks, Celtics, and at the Knicks pick, if we could trade up in top 4, top 3 somehow, and that, I think you have an interesting future. What comparison would you give to Emmanuel Quickly? He's interesting because he's listed as a point guard, but he's more of an off guard and he's 6'3", I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Mama said, thanks so much for supporting the channel. And you guys are awesome. I love doing these live streams. People said they wanted me to do more live streams. And I asked Mama, would you want me to do one? And he was like, what time? And I was like, okay, that answered my question. Yeah, Wizards always have the 9th pick. Celtics hang up right away. Randall for Lonzo. We would have to take on a bad contract. Who has a bad contract on the Pelicans? Why not trade Frank and Randall and Smith for Westbrook? A lot of people don't want Westbrook because he stunts the development. He's very ball dominant. Yes, he may bring this no-nonsense attitude, but he's a big contract, ball dominant, and RJ needs the ball in his hands to be successful. There's a lot that goes into it. I made a video on Westbrook if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm just not – and he doesn't fit the timeline, and we'll have to give up some assets. And I don't think we could just get Westbrook for Frank and Randall. But yeah, I made a whole video on the Westbrook thing if you want to check that out. Trade Julius Randle for Eric Bledsoe. I wouldn't mind that. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing, man? How are you? Yeah, man. We trade Alfred and Randall for a better point. What do you think? Just give me a quality point guard. Not talking about Alfred Payton quality-wise, but I said play the rookies and have the vets come off the bench, let them build that chemistry because of vets they sign. Yeah, and I don't want to see what we did last year, Taj Gibson winning us games, Bobby Portis winning us games. I want to see these young players in the big situations and learn, Yeah, Jeff T went to Boston. Thank you, man. If we trade for Westbrook, I might not watch the Knicks. Yeah, I think it'd be a bad decision. Rushing the process. It'll be the same old Knicks. Scary Terry Rozier, Malik Monk, and a 2023 second rounder for DSJ and Randall. That's pretty realistic in my opinion, Andrew. I think that's a good mock trade. All the Knicks need is more shooting and a true veteran point guard. I would overpay Kyle Lowry, to be honest. He would establish a culture for the Knicks, see what Rubio did. And he's not crazy ball dominant. I think he knows when to give up the basketball. What does Leon Rose have planned for the rest of the money they need to spend just to hit the minimum? Yeah, they have to spend like $8 more million. Not sure, man. That's a good question. If you have anything in mind, let me know in the chat. Good, bro. I'm doing well, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, a lot of people want Terry Rozier. Bledsoe has 2 to 3 years left. That is a good point. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Terry Rozier. I believe I made a video on the whole Randall. I made a video on Julius Randle, like, are we even trying to trade him? You could check that out if you want, but I wouldn't mind him. But like he's like, what is he? Couple more years left, and he's gotten better as a passer, and he's just a pure bucket getter. But we'll see what we get. I don't know. I think Randall's gonna rock with us another year, to be completely honest. Yo, what's going on, Guillermo? How you doing, man? How are you doing? I just like tap on them from StreamYard. How you doing, Joe Madden? Knicks, Yankees, Giants fan. That's what's up. And he talks about Lonzo Ball. I don't think the Knicks are interested in him. I remember there was that one stint that we were interested in him at one point. Lonzo's definitely got to be so much fun to watch with Obi, with Mitch, like all these lob threats. And he's gotten better as a three-point shooter, and he's a good defensive player. It's just the finishing at the basket. It's mental. Like, I want a damn point guard that can consistently put pressure on that damn defense. Mitch for Defensive Player of the Year, I would love that. Give me Lonzo as Bledsoe might, the preferred guard for Stan Van Gundy. I think you're responding to someone there, I think. I don't understand why these dudes want Randall. I don't either. Lonzo Ball would be amazing on this team. I think it'd be a good fit, GP. But yeah, how you doing, Guillermo? I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. You think Knox is going to start? No, I think Thibodeau is going to put the players out there that put him in the best position to win basketball games. I know Fizdale would have. Damn, YMCA team out there. Just, gosh, AAU team. Them dudes are brain dead. Trade for Spencer Dinwiddie. Is he on a big contract or no? Well, I don't think the Nets would do that because they have Joe Harris. They have Karis LeVert off the bench. They have good depth. That's why I thought trading for James Harden would be a mistake. Yeah, I don't think Knox will start, to be honest. We have to start Toppin because he's 22. He needs to start right now. But with Thomas head coach, I don't see Toppin starting. Yeah, man, I'll tell you right now, though. I wanted Kenny Atkinson. I'll be completely real. I don't know. Like, let me know down below, who would you guys want, like, as the head coach before Tom Thibodeau was hired? I wanted Kenny Atkinson. I wanted to change that narrative of we can't develop players and just wanted to build a good young core because I'm personally a big fan of Kenny Atkinson. It's time to give up on Frank. Yeah, you're not a Frank guy. Gotta go have a good rest of your stream. I appreciate that, Apple. I really do appreciate that. Lonzo is just a shiny object that fans think they want, but once he's here, they will say he's trash. That might be the case. We're Knicks fans at the end of the day. Do you think Chris Paul would have been the perfect point guard and mentor for the young guys? Yeah, I started to really come around on Chris Paul. I didn't like his contract, and I didn't like how he was older, but then I was starting to really think about it, and I was like, maybe. Frank is a bad point guard. Maybe better off the ball. What's going on, Michael? How you doing, man? Sub up Michael if you haven't already. He's a Hawks fan over there. He's suffering. Yo, Alex, what's going on? All right, now I'm going to have to pull up the chat on my phone because this shit's going crazy. Oh, yeah, you said you wanted but yeah, how you doing, Alex? You said you wanted Kenny Atkinson too. Yeah, like me and Guillermo think alike. We wanted Devin Vassell. We wanted Kenny Atkinson. Like I wanted Dan Mikal Bridges. I wanted Mikal Bridges. Yeah, man, he's really good at making adjustments. He's not going to carry over the freaking system he had with the Chicago Bulls and Timberwolves. It's different personnel. Tom Thibodeau's is cool, but people are overvaluing his coaching talent. Like, what has he accomplished as a coach? Yeah, he did have D Rose. He did have Joakim Noah. I'll say Jimmy Butler. I think he did do a good job with Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler's a mentally tough player, and he just got another mentally tough player of Obi Toppin. He got Chris Dunn. He loved the defensive-minded guy. Joakim Noah, mentally tough. Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler. Yep. DSJ deserves a chance. There's going to be the DSJ guys. There's going to be the Frank guys. We'll see what happens, Brian. Who is more likely to break out, Frank or Kevin? Frank, in my opinion, at least under Tibbs. Like, Kevin's just soft. You either have it or you don't. Knox, DSJ, and Randall for Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert. I don't think the Nets would do that. They wouldn't give up that depth for that. What's up? What's going on, Giants? How you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, I want a Mikal Bridges bad. Knicks offseason is one of the best. Yeah, because we're actually looking towards the future, not freaking trying to build a winning team now. Who do you think starts that point? You'll start at point guard, Michael. But to be serious, I think Elfrid Payton will. I have a feeling. People are too hung up about Frank. If he doesn't work out again this year with the role, yeah, we're done. We're done. And okay, I'll make sure I do that. Okay, someone didn't have a life there. Rivers was a cheaper, more effective option than Frank if Frank can't outperform Austin. Yeah, I'll say this. I think Frank's a good defensive player. I think he's kind of overrated defensively, but we've seen him lock up some of the best players in the NBA. But he definitely struggles against those twitchy types of guys like Colin Sexton. Like, he really scared me against Colin Sexton when he had to guard Westbrook. He struggled as well. Rivers provides defense, but he can also put pressure on the defense. Is he the greatest efficient player? No, but at least he brings that to the table. But I think he's more of a two. Are you saying like Cade Cunningham? I don't think we're getting Cade Cunningham, but this is a deep upcoming draft. I'm telling you guys right now, and I think we did a perfect job getting this draft capital. Mark Jackson should have got the coach position, but he came out and said these things about gay people, and it's outside of basketball why he's not a coach. Yeah, man, and I don't know if I want to pay Mitch that money. He's gonna have to prove a lot, in my opinion. Knox just kept. Yeah, that's the thing. It's definitely messes with your confidence. Knox, you could say he's trash all you want, but his rookie year, he was getting 36 minutes, and he gets like 10. Bring back Jeremy Lin, okay. At this point, why not? I want Kenny Atkinson too. New York fans all deserve season tickets for the pain we've been through. No, to suffer through more pain, I don't think so. Yeah, I agree, Guillermo. Rivers is that defensively is better one-on-one. Yeah. But yeah, Frank knows when to go over screens. He knows when to go under. He does those little things. If you watch the games against the Nuggets, Pistons, and Mavericks, Frank has flashes of potential. He has flashes of potential every game, but the best players don't show flashes. The best players just show consistency, and we need consistency. Yeah, it's supposed to be really talented, and somehow we're going to get the worst player in the draft. Mitch is trash. Knicks fans overvalue him. Atlanta Hawks handle free agency correctly. Strong assets. I made a video, though, that Knicks fans do overvalue Mitchell Robinson. But when you take into account how he didn't play college basketball, trained like with his trainer, getting ready for the NBA. But I get it, though. Mitch is obviously replaceable. There's guys like Capella. There's guys like Whiteside that are rim protectors and good athletes. But I think Mitch is special when it comes to guarding the perimeter at his size. All right, in the first round, we have 2. I'm not sure in the second round. He is ignorant. Facts about Mark Jackson, he's not wrapped too tight. Yeah, I think he would get killed in New York. We're not getting Derrick Rose. I think that would be stupid in my opinion. Why would we bring him back? It's not even the max free agents. Just get we should do what the Hawks did. The Hawks built throughout the draft, and then they got like these very solid guys in free agency. You don't have to get the big star, in my opinion. Who do you think will be in the second unit? I think Quickly will be in that unit. I think Frank will be off the bench. Depends if Tibbs wants to start Toppin or not. It's going to be very interesting when we do. Mitch is going to leave for the Lakers. His agent is Rich Paul, who is best friends with LeBron. Book it. Watch him deny the extension and leave in free agency. I'm not gonna disagree. Let's do a 3-team deal with the Clips in Houston and get Russell Westbrook. We can still get one more max. We're not in the position to win right now. No one else is RJ hasn't hit his ceiling yet. He's still developing. Mitch is still developing. We shouldn't go out and get a Russell Westbrook guy. We're not in the position to win now. He stunts the development of the other guys. A big contract. We'll be stuck in cap hell. We're rushing the process. Don't want Russell Westbrook. Don't. DSJ, Frank, Knox, Randall, Noel. It's possible. You think they believe in Noel more than Mitch? That's crazy, man. Maybe they do. Tyler Harrow. But come on. No one we would be like, you don't take Tyler in the top 3. As much as he's a great player, you have to realize what he's been surrounded with. He went to the perfect situation. Even though I think he's a good basketball player. Like, everyone knew RJ was going to be top 3 pick. Got to get rid of Randall. Who's your team, Anthony? Rivers, Burks, RJ, Obi, Mitch. Possibility. Having no fans in the stands this year is probably the best thing to happen to the Knicks. Yeah. Some Knicks fans, yeah. It happens. It happens. No Westbrook. He's a shoot. You just say, I like you, Jay. I love your profile picture with Saquon, but did you just say Westbrook's a shooting guard? You're the man, but he's not. Yeah, for once we have to give these young guys time. We should have re-signed Noah Vonleh instead of Randall. He's really solid. He was, and then he was starting to shoot the 3 ball. How are we supposed to attack any free agent next season unless we are competitive? I don't think it's about signing the top free agent. The Knicks fans need to get this out of their mind. We're not getting LeBron. We're not getting these Anthony Davis's guys. We're not getting these big time free agents. We need to focus on developing the young talent, and we're just drafting the right players at the end of the day. Look at the Hawks. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but they drafted this young core of guys, and then they brought in solid players like Gallinari, like Rondo, that have experienced winning. We don't need that big-time guy. But I get it in today's NBA. Everyone wants that big star. Yeah, man, Frank played good in those Mavs games as well. What's going on, Glenn? How you doing? Oh, yeah, he does not. He's way too ball dominant. Until he matures his game, he's not winning a championship. I don't think he will. Yo, I guess you're a big Deni Avdija fan. I think your name's in Israel. You're from Israel? Shout out to Israel. You needed to get Deni Avdija. Yeah, I made a whole video on Deni Avdija. I didn't think you'd be there, but they were big fans of Obi, man. What's going on, YB? I don't think anyone would trade for Westbrook. Yeah, man. RJ, you're right. You need Deni. RJ will average 20-plus points with good spacing. He needs the guys around him to play good basketball. I agree. And I think that's kind of it with any player, unless you're LeBron. Giannis still needs pieces around him to be successful, but unless you're LeBron James, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Israel. Shout out to Israel. The Knicks have not left the 1990. Wait, let me read this real quick. I just hope that the Knicks are competitive, but also secure at least a top 7 pick in the draft. I do think we're going to be that way. We're not going to win a lot of games, but we'll be competitive and learn how to win. Wait, you played with Deni? If that's true and you played with Deni, that's awesome. But I didn't want Halliburton. I think he's more of an off-the-ball type of guy. The Knicks have not left the 1994 mindset. They've been butthurt ever since and keep making half-court teams or half-ass teams. Well, hopefully we don't do that anymore. When is James Dolan selling the Knicks to Steve Cohen? Buy the Knicks. You got that money. Why not? I don't think he's garbage. I think he's in the perfect role with the Kings, but he's not a true point guard. The Knicks always failed because they said it was rigged. It was rigged to get Ewing. Knicks are not appealing. The Hawks are now appealing to Giannis and have the necessary assets to trade for him. The Knicks have to learn. I don't think they're trying to trade for Giannis, though. The Knicks decided to tank again and hope that Kawhi signed for is just pathetic. Yeah, you have to build a winning culture and you have to build stability. What's going on, TD? How you doing, man? Tanking's not the way to go. Tanking's not the way to go. You have to build a right culture. And we don't need to get the superstar. We need to develop. Be patient for once. Change that narrative. Why do you think the Warriors originally won a championship? They developed the pieces of Curry, of Draymond, of Klay Thompson, got them over the hump, getting these veterans that have experienced winning and helped them out. And they got that coaching that can get them over the hump. The Warriors are a great model for that. Who would you start at the forward and center position and why? That is a very good question. I think it all comes down to, for Thibodeau, who puts them in a better position to win. But I hope he also thinks about the development side of it and not starting the development. What's going on, Biscuit Harlem? How you doing, man? Love that name. But when I would start Obi and Mitch. Because Obi's supposed to be an instant impact guy. And if you wait another year, he's going to be freaking 24 years old when he starts the following season. But if Tibbs thinks Obi puts him in the position to win, he will start Obi. If he thinks Mitch is going to put him in a better position to win, he will start Mitch. We'll see, though. I think he's definitely going to get him out of foul trouble. We need to snatch Victor. He's a Tibbs type of player. I agree. Tough mental player. The injuries scare me, though. What do you think about the Knicks right now? I think we're not rushing the process for once. We're signing guys for those one-year contracts, taking on those contracts as well to get draft capital and looking towards the future, not looking to win now, which I love. But yeah, how you doing, Biscuit? Why is the Knicks organization neglected the point guard position? I think we've just had bad luck with it, but we need a point guard, man. It is like a quarterback in the NFL. He sets tone, sets tempo. You need that damn point guard. Obi plays more like a wing. Yeah, he definitely was put in the position more on the block. I think his potential off the dribble, his potential from downtown. Not going to say he's a great shooter, though. Obi has to start as well. We spent lottery pick on him. He's 22. He's going to be 23 in March. But we did bring in this coach that is good defensively, which should help out Obi Toppin's footwork and everything. Hopefully that works out. But again, Karl-Anthony Towns said Tom Thibodeau, defensive-minded coach. He didn't get better defensively. It all comes down to if they want to put in the work. Jordan was the third pick. Sam Bowie and Akeem Olajuwon was picked ahead of Jordan. What's going on, James? Don't know why everyone reacts to Obi's age. Donovan Mitchell is 22. I'm telling you, man. They can ball, they can ball. People just love the high upside, you know? Watching him, he doesn't like to bang down low. Who doesn't? Oh, Obi? Well, I think that's a big part of like the role he was put in. Like whenever someone else got a rebound, he would get out and run in transition. I really think Lonzo Ball would fit. I agree. Or he's just a stretch four, not a traditional four. Is it possible? It's possible, but I think the Magic or the Hawks are more of that team, in my opinion. Who starts Payne or Rivers? That's a really good question. Rivers puts more pressure on the defense, but we'll see, man. We will see. I think we could be the next Lob City with these athletic guys we have. Everyone's a threat at the basket. If it's RJ, Mitch, if it's Obi as well. But to compare Zion to prime Blake Griffin, we'll see. Hopefully he stays healthy. I agree with you. I think he's going to start whoever puts him in the position to win. Clearly, they don't believe in Frank or Dennis Smith Jr. to be that starter if they brought back Peyton, and that's Scott Perry's guy. We will be at least top 6. I trust Coach Tom. He's going to put these guys to work. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, MJ was 3rd. What's going on? How you doing? Zion versus Obi. They do have similar games. Zion's more dominant down low on the block, though, and he has a higher upside. He's much younger coming out. Yeah, it's way like you see guys in the post with the post fadeaways, but you don't just see them banging down low like Paul's. But they stretch it to the outside a lot more. Oh, that's awesome, man. I wish I got to hear all about those days, like with Ewing, Oakley, and all that. Even though Oakley was a totally different position, he was a forward, but my dad would always tell me about that. Yeah, Alonzo shoots like 45% from the free throw line. He shoots worse than that, JT. He shoots like 45%. Dennis Smith Jr., I don't know. Everyone's being hyped about the clip shooting in the gym. Same hype last year. See how that resulted. Do we have a small ball lineup to keep up in today's NBA? We need a point guard for any lineup. Pacers fan here. Been checking in on every NBA live stream, no matter who the host supports. Hope you all do good this season. Well, I appreciate that a lot, man. I hope your team does good as well. I hope the Victor Oladipo situation really works out. Malcolm Brogdon takes the next step as well. I think Aaron Holiday is really underrated. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good one, John Opinion Sports. Yoli Childs with the Wizards. I know he went undrafted, and I watched a lot of BYU basketball because Elijah Bryant, who now plays overseas in Maccabi, played with Denny, Tyler Dorsey, and Amari Stoudemire, who's now part of the coaching staff for the Nets. But Yoli Childs has potential from downtown. He's a flat-footed shooter. He's big-time NBA-ready body. He's built like a rock. But I'm glad he's got an NBA opportunity. I did not know that. Yes, GSJ is trash in my opinion. How you doing, John? What's going on, DJ? Yeah, I'm not. It's a signed jersey anyway. I can't wear it, and it's like Oakley size. I think it's game worn. We should just play hard this season. But yeah, he signed it by hand. It's a real signed jersey. My aunt got it for me because my aunt knew Charles Oakley. Do you Payne was brought back to third string? I honestly don't know. I think they weren't believers in Frank, and they might start paying. We'll see what happens. Kyle Lowry will be a good fit because he's a good shooter and a good passer, and also a decent defender. What's his contract looking like though? We definitely need a point guard, but I don't think we should be so hard on Julius Randle when he had nothing to support him yet, and he had terrible coaches that put him in the weirdest position. I think it will be like 9 to 10 man rotation. I think Anthony Edwards will win Rookie of the Year. It's possible, but he does have Cat and D'Angelo Russell there, so will he have the numbers? I'm a Spurs fan. Any free agents that you think the Knicks should go after? Well, I don't think we should go after any big names. I like that we've been signing guys to like these cheap contracts, looking towards the future, taking on draft capital as well, taking on those contracts. But there's no one really out there anymore. Who's really out there? Unless I could pull it up on the screen. See if I could share the screen with you guys. Obi can make an impact right away, being that Rookie of the Year if he starts, because he's a guy that may potentially be out of ceiling, but he has potential from downtown. I'm telling you, that player we saw at college is totally different because he played this role of down low on the block. But he's potential from downtown, played point guard in high school as well. But yeah, appreciate you being here, man. Can Obi win Rookie of the Year? I think it's a possibility. Not a Knicks fan, but I'm a Raps and Wizards fan. Great live. What's up? You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate the sub so much. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much for being here in general. Obi will be Rookie of the Year if he starts. Hopefully Julius Randle doesn't start over him. But I'm going to share the screen real quick. We're going to be taking a look at the free agents, see who is available at the end of the day. Maybe some people aren't available like we thought. But all right, let's share the screen. All right. Oh, wait. Let's see if LaMelo will live up to his hype or end up being a boss. I think he's in an interesting position as a basketball player. Obi's going to have the best numbers out of any of the top 10 picks. We'll see, man. Hopefully he doesn't forget how to play offense. We need him to play good offensively. If he doesn't, that's scary because he's supposed to be this guy that makes an impact right away offensively, and we know his defense isn't great. Do you think Taj is coming back? I personally don't. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Yes, we do have 18 mil left in cap space. We have to spend like 8 more of it. 8 more million. All right, see who's available. I think everyone's not available. All right, Jordan McLaughlin's still out there. Don't see the point of getting him. Whiteside is. Kyle Korver. Would you guys get Kyle Korver as a nice shooter? I wouldn't mind getting Kyle Korver. Korver wouldn't be that bad in my opinion. You have Reggie Jackson out there. You have to trade a point guard if you get Reggie Jackson, though. Hollis Jefferson. Glenn Robinson would not be a bad small forward option in my opinion. He brings a lot of energy and you can shoot the rock. I wouldn't mind that. Check Diallo. Josh Jackson agreed to a deal. Noah Vonleh's still out there. Dot centers, in my opinion, though. Yogi Ferrell, Anthony Tolliver, Gerald Green, C.J. Miles, Jordan McRae, Tyler Johnson. He was solid with the Nets. Don't see him being a starter, though. Michael Kidd, Gilchrist, Jared Dudley, Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, that's all who's available. I don't know if Napier's a free agent. I didn't see him on that list. But he's experienced winning, though. I think we can get him on a 1 year, and he'll help those guys win. Well, he won't help them win, but he would just be a nice presence to have, you know. He would just be a nice presence to have. I would only get him on a 1 year. Yeah, I agree. They're not A plus players. They're not like Zion level coming out. RJ Barrett, aka Young Frankenstein, him with Obi will be special. We got it this time around, fellas. Trust and believe. Let's go, Biscuit. What's your profile picture? Is that what's his name? Shadow from Sonic? I forgot. Corver's 40, hell no. They should trade Julius Randle for Alex Caruso. I think the Lakers are holding on to Caruso. He's a fan favorite and he brings a lot of energy. Who's a defensive liability, Corver, but he would just be a bench piece. Do you play? I'm not sure what that is. DFS. That's crazy though. That college basketball starting today. You would hope to see us really improve defensively. Obi scares me. Mitch, I have a lot of confidence in, but I don't think we're that great defensively. I think we're going to be good protecting the rim, but can we finally guard the damn 3-point line right? That's the main question. Yeah, I want to thank you guys all, again for helping me hit 1K. You guys are absolutely amazing. If it wasn't for you guys, like, I wouldn't get to do what I love, you know? Daily fantasy sites. I don't know. I do not. I do not, Reese. But yeah, you guys are the reason I'm monetized. You guys are the reason I hit 1K. So thank you so much again. Thank you guys. Yeah, shout out to 65 people in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well as well. But yeah, where are you guys from? Don't tell me your specific location, but like what state? Yeah, that's Shadow. That's cool, man. Yeah, where are you guys from? We should pick up Lou Williams. How much would he ask for though? Let me pull up the chat on my phone so I don't like miss anything. We could be one of the top leaders in block shots. We have Mitch, so that definitely helps. Mama said I was looking at most of the last season games, and I feel like players looked for Randall to lead, and he was just not ready to lead. Yeah, man, I would have liked to see RJ more down the stretch. Yo, shout out to Bronx, shout out to Harlem, shout out to Brooklyn. Yeah, we got a lot of New Yorkers in here. Corver will help the young guys, or who else? What's going on, Trust? How you doing? 8 million left on his contract. Who has 8 million left? Yeah, if you haven't already smashed that like button, we have 56 people in the chat, but we have 25 likes. Let's get that to at least 30 likes. Let's get that to 50. Smash that like button. Yo, shout out to England. We have someone from England in the chat. How you doing, man? How are you? Yo, Anthony. What's going on, Anthony? Finally break. I'm Mr. Dapolito's class, whatever his name is. Can RJ be the best player on this team right now and in the future? If we're patient, maybe if we surround him with the right pieces, it's a big thing. Shout out to Westchester. Obviously, I know Anthony's from New Jersey. We got Toronto in the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. We have 52 people and 29 likes. Could we get that to 40 likes, 50 likes? But yeah, college basketball starts tonight. No Cade Cunningham plays. That should be fun to watch. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot at the Apex. I really do appreciate that. I really do. It's because of you guys. It's because of you guys. Wait, does Anthony have a mod? I need to make sure I'm on him. Yeah, he does have a mod. Can't see on the StreamYard. He has 8 mil left. Shout out to Staten Island. Oh, both of you guys are from Staten Island. That's cool. Andrew Mamba said. You're living in Arkansas. Okay. You watch any Isaiah Joe? Because Isaiah Joe's a great shooter from Arkansas. He Sixers drafted him. What's going on, Anthony? Like up the stream, y'all. Don't hurt. LOL. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man? I see a lot of Anthony's in the chat. Hit that like button and subscribe. Show support. I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. Do you make videos, Mama said, or no? Oh, no. Yo, what's going on, Louise? How you doing? He says he's from North Carolina. Keep up the great work or good work. I appreciate that. Not going to say great work because you said good work. So I appreciate it, man. I really do. I live in New Jersey. I live in South Jersey. Yeah, I appreciate that. Shout out to North Carolina. Appreciate that, Louise. Appreciate it. See if the like went up. See. We're at 31. We're doing a little better. Last time I checked, we're at like 20. We went up 10 likes. Okay. Got the one troll. We have the one dislike. Because someone just said like F you and just, I don't know. Forgot what someone said. No, I don't have the Knicks MSG channel, sadly. I don't. I wish I did. The Knicks should have signed Marc Gasol. He would have been a good like veteran presence that has experienced winning. I wouldn't have minded that at all. And he's learned to stretch the floor towards the end of his career. Isn't that crazy though? The Lakers, like Marc Gasol now, Pau Gasol, like that's crazy. Remember the Grizzlies and Lakers trade, like the brothers traded? That's crazy. Do you think the Knicks are done making moves? Well, they have to spend 8 more million, so they have to make one more. And looks like you're a big time sneakerhead. Do you make sneaker videos or no? YB Jelly. Would you go out for Kyle Lowry from the Toronto Raptors? I would personally draft a point guard. But yeah, we're that desperate at point guard. Why not? I'm a Gator fan, and I'm so sick of the Arkansas fans out here. Wait. So Florida Gators, you have Kyle Trask. Do you think he'll be a good NFL quarterback or no? I got you, man. This is literally my mom's laptop. Like all the videos you guys watch, it's on my phone. It's all on my phone. All the videos you watch, it's off my phone. Yo, I appreciate that, Sean. I really do appreciate that. It's just like a rule or something. Cade or Jalen? I gotta go Cade. Who's for the Knicks? Cade's like the consensus, like clear cut #1 pick. I used to. It's my old channel. I got you. Who do you think will be the leading scorer this year? Probably like OB or RJ. I love how RJ's repping Toronto and New York. You're from Jersey as well, David. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, Charles. I really do appreciate that. Really do. Yeah, I started watching the Knicks like just when we started getting Carmelo, but I just happened to be young. Raymond Felton. Iman Shumpert is my favorite Knick. I loved Iman Shumpert, how hard he played on both ends of the floor, but he wasn't the greatest shooter, but he was just so athletic. Remember that putback against the Pacers? I appreciate that, Kevin. I really do appreciate that. Should make a video like top 5 players that'll be future stars in the NBA. I might do that. Bring some broad NBA back. North Carolina. Yeah, those are good numbers, but how's the efficiency? I wonder about the efficiency. If he shoots like 44%, 43%, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I've been to MSG one time, and we played the Heat, and we blew them out. Dotson dropped 30 that game. I'll never forget that. It was Knicks versus Lakers, or Knicks versus Heat. Dotson dropped 30. I thought Frank had a solid game, too. Randall for Lonzo, that would be a steal. But yeah, I'm from New Jersey. Yankees win. Guessing you're a Jets fan as well? But yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I appreciate you guys being here. Have you guys been to Madison Square Garden or no? It's pretty nice when I went there. It was a nice arena. Do you talk about? I've done some broad NBA. Like you saw, like there's a video recently of me talking about the Hawks' future, but it's mostly Knicks because like not a lot of people are gonna watch if mostly my subscribers are Knicks content. Yeah, I am sad Dotson left. I thought he brought good effort on defense. Hey, he was a knockdown shooter. I liked him out of Oregon and Houston. I actually like that pick. We've been good with our later picks, like Mitch and Dotson. See what Ignas does, though. Manchester. What do you think about our point guard situation? I feel like some of these guards got it. Yeah, DSJ. We're just Jared Harper's two-way, obviously. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we're believers in Frank. I don't think we're believers in other guards if we signed Alfred Payton back. What state am I in? I'm in New Jersey. You could say Marbury, but did he really equal winning basketball? Did he really? Derek Harper, Mark Jackson, those types of guys. Yeah, I think you did. That's awesome, man. What should our starting lineup be? What I think, if we're going young core wise, trying to develop these guys, but I don't want to just hand out minutes to hand out minutes. They need to earn that role. Thibodeau, I think, will start Peyton, Burks, RJ. Randall, don't be surprised if he starts, but I think Obi will still get a big time majority. I personally think we shouldn't, though. So Obi's 22 years old. He's meant to make this impact right away. And Mitch. I would do, personally, I wouldn't mind like Frank or Austin Rivers. I think Austin Rivers is more of a 2, though, but I would do Frank. I Alec Burks, RJ, Obi Toppin, and Mitch. Yeah, two-way contract. I saw that. Thank you. Patrick Ewing's my favorite. Yeah, I don't blame you. Heard a lot of stories about Patrick Ewing from my dad. Do you reckon we have a chance of playoffs this? I'm gonna say the following year. The following year. I don't think it's gonna be the season. I'm tired from school too, man. I had virtual school and just like it's still exhausting looking at a screen all day. I hope we keep Frank. I love his defense, and I feel like we can develop into a 12 to 13 point per game scorer. Just average 10, and I'll be okay. You know? From Jamaica. I like your video. I appreciate that. I really do. Shout out to Jamaica. Isn't that where Patrick Ewing's from? Yo, what's going on, Carl? How you doing? He says, "What's good, Noah? My spidey senses are tingling, bro. I smell a trade coming soon. The roster's way on balance. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that a lot. Gotta make a trade, specifically at that point guard position. Bad. Gotta make a trade." What are your thoughts on our new coach? He holds players accountable. I wanted Kenny Atkinson. I'll be completely honest. I wanted to change that narrative of we can't develop players. Thibodeau knows how to win, though. He's going to put the roster out there that puts you in the best position to win. But do I think we have a winning roster? No, I do not. I think this team is so young. So you might as well play these young players like Obi, like RJ, and Mitch. But holds players accountable. He's no nonsense, defensive minded. We're going to play hard every night. And I'm going to say this is going to be a better year than last year. See, this is just what I want. I don't want it to be like last year when Portis was the reason we're winning games, Gibson. I want to see a season where I see the young players being the reason we win basketball games. You know? Let them experience down the stretch. Hit that like button, subscribe, show support. I appreciate that a lot. But I hope he succeeds, Cam. Mitch could be like Brook Lopez shooting crazy from the three. I hope, man. Brook Lopez, all-time Nets leading scorer. No, I'm not from New York. I live in New Jersey. 1 Frank, 2 RJ, 3 Knox, 4 Obi, Randall, 5 Mitch. Tibbs will sub in vets when needed. Young guys got to go and play. Yeah, man, I'm really interested to see what Tibbs is going to do. We just got to trust him. We need stability. If he struggles this year, got to hold on to him. If he struggles next year, got to hold on to him. We can't keep on swapping these coaches unless he's really bad like Fizdale. Give Knicks some time. They're still young, and most of them are not developed yet. I agree, man. Even though Knox has been awful, we should have expected this. He's a very raw. There's a player. There's a reason he was selected 9th overall, and he was a project coming out. I feel like since we can't score like that, our starting five should be defensive heavy like Frank, Burks, RJ, Obi, Mitch. Yeah, man. I agree. Yeah, our offense is going to be, I'm scared, like the spacing, it's going to be embarrassing. I wouldn't even mind starting quickly because of our spacing. Frank should only start in France. That's funny, man. Pistons had a good draft. I didn't like their free agency, though, with Plumlee. Jeremy Grant, he's a good player. He deserved the money because of the year he was coming off of. But he only signed there. I don't know if you guys saw the report because he wanted that big-time role. He's an off-the-ball, makes hard cuts. He's athletic. But he's not a guy that's going to perform off the dribble on his own. Like, he can't create for his own. So 61 mil is a lot. Plumlee, 23 mil. I don't blame them for Christian Wood because I don't think Christian Wood honestly wanted to be there. But I like Sadiq Bey. I like Killian Hayes. I think he's a lot of upside. I think he's one of the top talents in this draft. And, of course, it was a part of the trade. They got Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, Andrew. That's why I won Kenny Atkinson. Yeah, Mike Woodson. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. And let's give some praise to Mike Miller. Congratulations to Mike Miller for getting that Oklahoma City Thunder job. Big thing with Mike Miller, he made adjustments. He knew how to win. Yeah, I'm excited too. Thoughts on Miles Powell? Low-key feel like he can be good in the league. Yeah, he's definitely a very ball dominant. He's a bucket getter. He's clutch. I've seen him hit clutch shots against Kentucky down the stretch. Pure bucket getter from Trent, which is like 2 hours from here. We have the right coach for the development of our young players. I have faith in them to come together in jail. Let's go, Mama said. And again, I want to thank you so much for a great amount of support. If it's watching the videos, clicking that subscribe button, donating last night. Thank you so much, man. Do you think Blake Griffin is going to be good this year? We'll see if he can stay healthy. He's really expanded his game to the three-point line. Who's the best coach in the NBA? All right, so we'll see what Brooklyn does with Steve Nash first off. I think he's gonna really connect with the players, but what's his philosophy gonna be? But having Mike D'Antoni is definitely gonna help. But best coach in my opinion is Nick Nurse. I think he just does such a great job getting these players that aren't like top draft picks, but he plays them throughout their strengths. And I'm a big fan of Nick Nurse personally. I like Eric Spoelstra. I think those are some of the top coaches in the NBA. I think so. He just knew how to win. A 17-27 record is very overachieving with that roster last year. Yeah, I did. I believe he was a soccer player. I just found out who he was today. Rest in peace to him. I believe he passed away. Yeah, I like Nick Nurse a lot, man. Shout out to the 70 people in the chat. Thanks so much for being here. We have 41 likes. Let's get that to 50. If you haven't already, sub up Alex as well. He's hard working over there. What do you think of Iman Shumpert? I really liked him as a Knick. He was my favorite Knick. It really sucked when he had those injuries. He was great his rookie year. I liked him out of Georgia Tech. Three-point shot was never there, but he was just such a great defensive player. And I remember when he locked up D Rose and just the putback dunk against Indiana. That series broke my heart, but still, I love Iman Shumpert. Blake Griffin needs to prove he's still good, or people. I think he is good. He just gets hurt a lot, man. How about Frank Vogel? I think Frank Vogel's solid, but he's a lot of talent around him, so it's really hard to tell. And he wasn't that successful with not a lot of talent with Orlando. And he was solid with Indiana, though. Do you think Steve Nash is going to be a good coach? That's really hard to tell. I think him, Amari Stoudemire, going to be really good at relating the coaches, but it all comes down to what is their philosophy going to be? Like, what's the playbook going to look like? But having Mike D'Antoni, an experienced guy, is definitely going to help them out, dude. I'm excited to see what offense they're going to run. Do you have a sub target you want to achieve by the time next year? I don't, honestly. I just go with the flow. What do you think about Alonzo trade? I think he would fit this team really nicely. I just don't like how he's soft around the basket and how he shoots terrible from the free throw line. Yeah, it never happened. Never happened. When he was with the Cavs, I remember in the finals, he hit the side of the backboard. I think Toppin and Barrett might be a good young combo. I think so as well. What's going on, Samuel? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think he would be good for us as well. Just continue to improve as a shooter. It's so frustrating. I like the Shump pregame antics, wiping the floor, yeah. Remember the Landry Field, Jeremy Lin, just like Bible studies one? Quickly reminds, that's actually a good comparison. I don't know if he'll be as good as Jason Terry. That's fantastic. Do you think Tibbs will make the Knicks ice the pick and roll on defense? Well, Tibbs is definitely known for doing that, and he's a great defensive mind. We'll see what happens. Do we have the personnel? We'll see. How high do you think RJ's ceiling is? As hard as he wants, like as good as he wants to be, and if we surround him with the right pieces to be successful. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna be here, but I have to do something. Cold in my house. I had to put the socks on. Toppin better than Zion. We'll see. Toppin and Barrett is Barrett. It's Barrett and Zion. What do you think? Toppin and Barrett. Is Barrett and Zion what I thought they were gonna be? Well, Zion's lived up to my expectations. So is RJ. I said that he was gonna average a good amount of points his rookie year, but the efficiency's not gonna be there, you know? Yeah, he's not Zion. It's weird though. They have similar games. Zion's younger though. He's more of a back to the basket. He's just, yeah. What do you think of What do you think of Dennis Smith Jr. Widens and his new improved player? Well, yeah, I'll be so happy if that happens because that makes the Porzingis trade look better. What the Mavericks picks are going to result in, but I saw the workout videos. I saw him in open gym, but we had the same hype last year, and I don't want to get excited about that again. Doing great, man. Excited for the future. The Knicks are building the young core with great coaches, and I see a good future with the Knicks. Let's go, man. Let's go. I think Tibbs wants to get at last a crack at DSJ's potential. I say give him one more shot. Give any point guard a shot. We need a damn point guard. Tell me about the Sixers picks. All right, I'll tell you about the Sixers picks. Originally, I wanted you guys to draft Tyrell Terry from Stanford. He's this great shooter. You guys need shooting. He's a playmaker as well as a point guard. And he's great dexterity, which means he can finish with both sides with either hand. But then Tyrese Maxey was there, a guy that was projected in the lottery. In my opinion, the latest I saw him going was like 14 or one pick outside of the lottery. He's not the greatest shooter from downtown, but he's a tough shot maker, and this man is a lock-up defensive player. So you guys got great value for him at 21. I did not think he was going to slip there whatsoever. I thought that was an amazing pick by the Philadelphia 76ers. But don't worry, this is where your shooting comes in. You get this guy, Isaiah Joe, who's a great shooter from Arkansas. Not the greatest defensive player, he's a pure shooter. He attempted like 10 threes last year, like 9 or 10 threes per game. I believe he shot like 32% from three, but you can't look at that. That kid's confidence is absolutely insane, and I think he'll be a good shooter for the Philadelphia 76ers. You get your shooter, you get a tough shot maker, and good defense player. I thought you guys had just tremendous value, the Philadelphia 76ers. I really like what they did. I'm guessing you're a Bulls fan, or are you a Derrick Rose and Kobe fan? I like your profile picture. What's going on, Fly TV? I like that name. Tibbs fine to have y'all playing good. I hope so, man. I hope. Tibbs is a good coach. I hope. I don't know about you guys, but I think RJ Barrett could be Jimmy Butler. See, like, it all comes mental, though. Jimmy Butler has one of the toughest mindsets. That man is just such a tough basketball player. Just, like, he wants to be so great. That's what makes him so good. Like, he's such a mentally tough player. And Jimmy Butler's better defensively, in my opinion. But RJ's a tough worker. Barrett needs a Zion, but I think Toppin does that. Will open space for penetration. I agree. This is the scary thing. Whoever's at our point guard, if someone's going to screen down and think there's going to be a pick and roll, for example, if it's Frank Dennis with Junior Payne in the game, gets a screen by Mitch, right? They're going to think Mitch is going to roll to the basket, right? Or, for example, a screen by Obi. It's going to be like a triple threat. So screen, you don't know, it might be a pick and pop. It might be Obi rolling, but they might scare the defense, and Mitch actually cuts for the alley-oop. It's going to be scary. You're about to have them boys sweating. D-Rose fan. Gotcha. You got to love Derrick Rose. I want to believe in DSJ, but he posted a bunch of these videos last year. Trade DSJ and a couple of second-rounders for Lonzo. Yeah, man. Better shooter, Clay or Duncan Robinson? In my opinion, Clay. Duncan Robinson was a rookie this past year. I love his story, how he went from a D3 college to a walk-on at Michigan. Duncan Robinson's a great shooter, but he didn't step up when it mattered most. And Clay's a clutch shooter, just the prettiest form in the NBA. You could say Clay's the best shooter in the NBA there with Curry. But yeah, I would say Klay Thompson. I think it's pretty premature if you say Duncan Robinson. But Duncan Robinson's a great shooter. It's a good question. One of my friends is a Knicks fan, told me that Obi could be a skinnier version of Zion Williamson. They're both dominant at the college level. Zion is more physically gifted. Like, no one should be jumping at his size. That's why he's so impressive. He is pure muscle, but he's kind of gotten chunkier. This man's so big but jumps so high, which is crazy. I think Obi has more potential shooting the three ball, but he's more of a back-to-the-basket guy, Zion.
There was a typo with the patent.
Yeah, I agree. Mitch is a hidden treasure. You are right. He's a big side, piece side of offense and defense. He's athletic, and for his frame, he's very durable, and he can guard the perimeter. Do I like what the Milwaukee Bucks did? Well, I do like the point guard they got of Drew Holiday. I think they really added some pieces. I like Bobby Portis coming off that bench. Who else did they get? DJ Augustine, nice bench piece. They added some depth and some nice pieces for Giannis. Not stars, but you'll still be successful with those pieces. We'll see. Yo, what's going on, Delano? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Salute to everyone in the chat. What's going on, Noah? I'm just calling myself Noah. Or I am Noah. Oh my gosh, I called Delano Noah. Would you get Alex Caruso? I don't think he's leaving the Lakers personally. He might even go higher. But like the same reports came out last year or this past season, and he looked sluggish in the bubble. I don't know what it was. Do you think Iggy will get minutes this year? I honestly, personally don't. Yo, what's going on, MH? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Is it true that is? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're asking, Jennifer. Hope you're doing well though. Felt bad for Clay. Was so excited to see the Warriors and Clay with Steph. Me too. And it really sucks. Clay hurt his other leg. Do you think it'll be career-ending, guys? He's definitely going to bring a lot of energy. Obi has a mature style of play. He needs to get better defensively, though. It scares me. Especially in the pick and rolls. He can guard too high sometimes. Westbrook just got traded to the Knicks. No, he didn't. He did not get traded to the Knicks. Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that. I appreciate that, Anthony. I really do appreciate that. Mitch is going to have fun this season to me. I understand basketball, but to have these players, we might see some shine out of Mitch. But it would be even more fun to watch if we had a point guard like that could deliver them the ball like that. No, we didn't get DJ Augustine. The Bucks did. The Bucks did. Happened that KD and John Wall's coming back. They're both coming back. With Clay, the Lakers didn't stand a chance. Feel bad for him. Yeah, man. They look like they're going to beat Toronto, too, if Clay didn't get hurt. Would you trade Randall? Randall. I don't know. Who's the second person you're talking about there? Randall and Bullock to the Lakers for Kuz. I wouldn't mind it. We need a 3 desperately, but I don't like his shot selection, the way he plays, and his defense is just horrendous. But I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be like fuming. People don't know how Steph was in 2016. They could be a top 3 seed. If Stephen Curry was absolutely unbelievable. Best player in basketball. Yeah, he's joking around. But today's evolution is modern. Madison, Klay Thompson could still be fine. Yeah, if this was back then, it could be career-ending. But just with these doctors be having everything nowadays. It's crazy. On my will the New York Knicks be the worst team in the NBA video, someone said not again. Yeah, I hope we don't get Westbrook. You think 80% of KD's top 5 player, and does he make the Nets title contenders? Yeah, I think he's one of the best players in the world, Kevin Durant. At his size, he's probably the most skilled player I've ever seen. But you have to keep in mind I'm young, so I didn't see other players, but he's probably the most skilled player I've ever seen. Kevin Durant. Effortlessly shooting the 3 ball at Yo, what's going on, CK? I didn't know like you were subbed. Is that actually CK or is that one of MH's trolls? Is that I have a feeling that's an MH troll. If that's really CK, what's up, man? I love your channel. I love your channel, man. I love it. Yo, what's up? What's going on, CJ? Yo, CK's the man. I love his channel. He's like a true inspiration. I've been watching him before I started this channel. Me and MH always talk about your videos, man. We love your videos. I'll be honest, I wish we signed Chris Dunn. We don't need him to be a shooter, but he could set everyone up and play solid defense. Yo, and that's a Tibbs guy. That's a Tibbs guy. He took him in the top 5 and didn't even start him. I think he gave him like 15 to 18 minutes. Yo, it's not MH. Okay. That's crazy. Thank you so much for being here, CK. That's awesome. And congrats on the baby. You have a beautiful child, man. Do you think Bucks can go all the way now? I don't know if they'll go all the way. They got some solid pieces, but I don't think. But they got my man Bobby Portis, so maybe. Wait, CK, did you like the Obi Toppin pick? Did you want Obi Toppin at 8? I'll be honest, I wanted Devin Vassell, but Obi's good value at the end of the day. Obi is good value. I think it is him. Got it. Yeah, yes, it is me. He's Hollywood. He's Hollywood. I don't think this team has a player over. No, we don't have a player over 30. Yo, what's going on, Jeffrey? He says hi scumbags. Oh, who'd you want personally? And I remember you didn't like the quickly pick, right? You didn't like the quickly pick. Like I didn't want quickly. I wanted Tyrell Terry and then quickly because I believe Tyrell Terry went 31 to the Mavericks. But yeah, I wanted to get Tyrell Terry. Then I wouldn't have minded quickly. But I think you wanted R.J. Hampton in that slot, I believe. How many Franks do you want on our team? Well, Peyton's kind of like a Frank plays defense, can't shoot, but I think Frank has more upside shooting the ball. At least he can hit his free throws. Payne shoots freaking like 50%. But I wouldn't mind Lonzo. It's just the free throw, like 45%, and it's the finishing at the rim. And I want a point guard finally that can consistently put pressure on the defense. Like, I want that. I want to Terry or Maxey. Yeah, Maxey was just great steal for the Sixers. I thought they were going to get Terry, but that's such great value. I thought he was going to the lottery. Yeah, quickly could shoot the basketball. What did he shoot? 92% from the free throw line or 42% from three? We need a point guard, Plankton point god. New York Knicks needle point god. Somebody that can what's going on, OG? I can see that. Frank reminds you of Marcus Smart. He doesn't flop like him, though. He doesn't flop like him. But if Frank had confidence, he would just be like Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart shoots the threes, but they go in because Marcus Smart has confidence. They don't go in on a consistent basis. But what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to miss them. But I think he has more playmaking potential, Frank. But I could see that. Lonzo's becoming booty. No for me, dog. CK's like, nope. Yo, what's going on, COD Mister? Lonzo is a player you trade for if you are buying low. That will not be the case with David Griffin. Lonzo is a player you trade for if you're buying now. That will not be the case with David. David Griffin is a pretty smart, GM of the Pelicans. But what do they have, though? They have Kyra over there. They have Eric Bledsoe. I thought Kyra was an interesting pick. I thought they were going to end up with Aaron Naismith. But the Celtics, they ended up drafting Aaron Naismith. I thought Sadiq Bey to the Pistons was great value. Didn't like the Pistons free agency, though. Yo, Knicks for life. How you doing, Knicks for life? How you doing, man? Knicks family, what's happening? Because CK has, like, some of those entertaining, like, Knicks videos, just, like, the jokes he makes at the beginning or, like, the intros. Like, I remember watching, was it the 2K20 help rebuild the team with the subscribers? Like, that was entertaining. Lonzo needs to get. Don't let. Not MH. Don't let CK see that. Lonzo needs to get locked up in China like his bro. Don't. I thought you meant playing basketball. No. No jail. What is your dream start? Oh, wait. I want to get to CK. All right, bro. I got to go, but saw you live. I want to say, well, I appreciate that a lot, CK. I hope you have a great one. Hope the family is doing well. Hope you're doing well. Keep up the hard work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. What is your dream starting lineup this year? All right, my dream starting lineup, because I think Tibbs is going to put the lineup out there that puts him in the best position to win basketball games. So don't be surprised if Obi doesn't start. But he's 22 years old. I don't get it. I don't know what Mama said. I don't know what he said. But Frank, because I want the combination of winning, but I do want the youth. I'll do Frank, Alec Burks, RJ, Obi, and Mitch. What would you guys' reaction be if we started Nerlens Noel over Mitch? CK, the real point god. I want to see what Mama said. Let's see. Yeah, I made a video on will the Knicks be the worst team in the NBA if you want to check that video out, guys. Oh, wait, I forgot that was part of his username, Don't Trust You. But yeah, he was talking about the China thing. My bad, CK. The Knicks should move Knox and Dennis Smith Jr. for Lonzo. We'll see, man. Everyone loves Lonzo. Mitchell Robinson will be a future star. We'll see, man. It's easy to say after just a couple of years. Definitely see. But you could see him being one of the top players, being a star one day. That's interesting. But we've been live for an hour and 26 minutes. I appreciate you guys being here for sure. Appreciate you guys. Wait, let's see how many likes we have. See how many likes we got. 59 likes, 68 people watching. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We should have taken LaMelo. Well, LaMelo wasn't there, and I don't think we had enough to trade up, honestly. We should have taken LaMelo. I don't see another potentially great point guard coming out of the next 2 drafts. Well, next year's Cade Cunningham, who's supposed to be better than LaMelo, but he's supposed to be the first pick, so you don't know. We might not get that. What's going on, Carla? How was your day? Thank you so much for asking. My day was good. Had school. Thanks so much for asking. I hope you had a good day as well. I would leave it up to training camp and trust the decision that Thibodeau puts on court. Oh yeah, whatever Tibbs puts on court, we have to support at the end of the day. Shout out to 73 people. Thank you so much for being here. The Suns, the Mavs. The Suns need to prove something. They like, yes, they improved like the bubble and everything. The Mavs just made the playoffs and they have Luka. They have KP. We'll see what else they do. I know they just added Josh Richardson. They have Tyrell Terry now, but the Mavs proved they can make the playoffs. But the Suns can be. Don't get me wrong. We just have to see it. I like Monty Williams. I like their team on paper, but they have to prove it, Yo, Lucas, what's going on? He says, I'm a Brazilian Knicks fan. I miss a lot of 2013 Knicks. Yeah, I miss winter basketball too, man. I'm right there with you. But if you guys have any video ideas, let me know. Because I love grinding out videos for you guys because you guys are just great supporters and you guys deserve content. But yeah, just let me know because I just want to upload good content for you guys. But then I don't want to upload videos just to upload videos because there's not a lot going on in the Knicks world. Mavs or Nuggets? I personally like the direction the Nuggets are moving. I do. That's a good question. That's a good one. Would you be mad if the Nets won the championship? I don't hate the Nets like other people do. Yes, so the other New York team, but there's really no competitive nature. The Nets have never won a championship back when they're New York, New Jersey, now Brooklyn. They could potentially, but I don't know. There's never really been a true competitive side. I've really never got the Knicks or the Nets hate. Lavar is entertaining. I think the Suns need another piece. They have Ayton. They have Booker, Chris Paul. They're an interesting team. I know they just got Javon Carter back. LaMelo finesse the league. We have a stimulus package and player development. Can't wait to see the youth. Yeah, let's get the youth shining. The great Binge TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks to you for putting me on to see K2K. Well, you're welcome. He makes great content. You won't be disappointed. They are definitely a team they draft who they like with Cam Johnson. I do like Jalen Smith. He came off of screens like a guard shooting 3-pointers. I hope he has to. It's not canny. He has to improve. What's going on, Big Task? How are you doing? I think the Bucks are better than the Nets, if you ask me. They're proven. They're a proven team. So I definitely get that. Let's not forget that the Suns traded for Chris Paul. Yep. Really what? I'd like to see if all the improvements Desmond Jr. made results in starting. His mentality is also in question. He put in the work last year, like everyone is saying, the hitch is gone, and then he shoots terrible from the free throw line again. Shoots terrible. I got to see it translate to the court, man. I'm right there with you. But we'll see if he's a starter. What's up with the trade? What's Westbrook? That's who we needed to bring into Madison Square Garden because with him, we would at least make the playoffs and have the chance to win every night. Yes, the thing with that, though, would you take 2 years of just an 8th seed and being gone and then being stuck in this bad? I'm not Big fan of that because then you'll stop the development of RJ. It'll bring like that dog mentality, but I just don't. I made a whole video on that if you want to check it out. I'm pretty much Westbrooked out because I talk about it so much. No bad contracts. Unless you give like a future one to RJ if he does great. You know, me and you got to do an NFL back and forth at some point of time. What do you mean NFL back and forth? Like talk NFL? I wouldn't sleep all night next stone because we got Tom Thibodeau as a head coach, so I wouldn't sleep on the night. I heard Frank has gotten stronger and has improved his shot. What have you heard about him? I've seen some workout videos of him working out. He does look stronger. But I like Frank. He brings good defense. It's just confidence on the offense side of the basketball. We'll see if he's better off the ball or starting. OG, that's not a good move because we stuck. Yeah, I've talked about Westbrook so much. Soon the young players in the NBA will become vets and Anthony Edwards will be a boss. I think he might be a boss, to be completely honest. He said he would choose football over basketball if he had a choice. I think that DSJ was injured for a while, and then I believe someone in his family passed. Yeah, it definitely did not help his confidence, and he didn't get a lot of minutes. I like that. I like the 2012 OKC. They had young players, but they made it to the finals. Yes, but Harden, 6th man of the year, Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Kendrick Perkins. That was an interesting team. They lost to the Heat, of course. Yeah, that would be cool, Anthony. You know more about the NFL than me, in my opinion, though. Definitely more basketball, but I think I would do decent talking about it. Joker NYC, I like that username. Knicks made some good moves. Anyone could win a championship. So no negativity. Let's go Knicks. By the way, I don't want you could have your opinion, but I don't want any politics in here. I don't want any politics. No politics for me. No politics. I don't mind who starts at point guard, but I'd like to see RJ shooting guard, Knox a small forward. Is he promising or a bust? Oh, Kevin Knox. I think he's a lot of talent. He was known as being this project guy. The summer league definitely teased us. We'll see. We'll see where Knox ends up going. He might go to a team that has patience. Maybe he goes to Nuggets. They get Michael Porter Jr. and Kevin Knox. Obi at power forward and Mitch at center. So you're a big fan of the old young core type of lineup. Yeah, we're not talking about politics, Carlo. Yeah, they did give him the bag. I think they gave him like 5 years. Favorite NFL team? I'm a Giants fan. Knicks for life. Defense wins championships. I think it's a mix of both, though. You got to make plays when it matters most, too. Like the Giants. Their defense was good getting after Tom Brady, but Eli made the key throws when he had to, like down the sideline. To Manningham. That was Manningham, I believe, yeah. I don't get it either. He played good defense, played hard, shot the ball well. He never got the playing time he deserved, in my opinion. I want Austin Rivers to start. I think he's more of a 2, but he's definitely a guy that can put pressure on the defense and plays hard on both ends. I like Quickly out of Kentucky. He won the Player of the Year in his conference. Shoot the ball very well. Shot 92% from the cherry strike, 42% from 3. Brings a lot to the table, in my opinion. I do like Quickly. I'm not sleeping on him at all. But if you guys ever have any Knicks video ideas, let me know. If Dennis Smith Jr. never got injured, he could have been the. I don't think that. I don't. Because he was taken late in the draft for a reason. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Carla, John, YB Jelly, Buzzer Beater, Mama Said, Knicks for Life, Andrew. Like, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Rivers, RJ, Knox, Obi, Mitch. What do you think? Don't mind that. I don't care who's the point guard at this point. Just be good or solid. I would want to build throughout the draft. I want to change that narrative of we can't develop talent. Appreciate that, Buzzer Beater. Said we didn't retain Dotson, Basan, Teo Penson. I know it's a two-way, but I don't get that either. Alonzo Trier, at least he's not in the NBA. That makes us look good, right? I used to watch him, don't watch him anymore. Jimmy High Roller. Knox was working with shooting coach, lethal shooter. DSJ worked with. Yeah, I remember him. He was in the league like a long time ago. Hopefully, it does pay off. It all comes down to translating to the game. You could put in all this work, but if it doesn't translate, it doesn't matter. Guys like Kevin Durant, LeBron James work with Chris Brickley, so did Frank Ntilikina, but didn't translate. I don't know if it's for a long time. I think he's on a short leash or he's gone if he doesn't perform well this season. If he gets an opportunity, to be completely honest with you, as DMV, but I do think he brings some good value to this team defensively for sure. Oh yeah, he would have still been with the Magic if he had the jump shot. But he's been a terrible shooter since college. Shot 50% for the charity stripe there too. Can we get Kemba for Randall and our dreams? And our dreams. What's going on in the 23 Airman? Do you think Steve Nash will be a good coach? I don't know if you were in here when I talked about this last time. Um, Steve Nash is a good players coach. I think he's going to get along with them really nicely because he was the Warriors consultant. So he knew Kevin Durant well. He gets along with these players. It all comes down to the philosophy and game plans he has, though. What do you think of Mitchell Robinson's dribbling videos? Got played when Ben Simmons put out the video. It doesn't mean nothing. It's in workouts and yeah, I don't really care. They're workouts. Let me see it in a game. Of course, I would start him too if he had a jump shot, no question. With his threat at the basket. Sorry for the Trump 2020. I love the Knicks. Yeah, no problem, man. I just don't want politics in the stream, you know? Everyone has their own opinion. Josh Richardson's defense might get the Mavs in the conference finals. Good point. He brings some athleticism as well to that team. Yeah, I've contacted him. We're probably gonna do one sometime. I'm not sure though. I'll probably plan on doing one with him at one point, but I'm a very independent person. When it comes to this YouTube thing, I'm very independent. I've only done like one collab ever on YouTube. I'm a very independent person. Shout out to 70 people in the chat. The only thing that Ben Simmons need to work on is shooting, or just shooting them, not even like going in. I didn't like Alpha Payne in Orlando. He couldn't make it work with his hometown team in New Orleans, so I really didn't like the signing. The best thing that happened to him was when he had like 3 games in a row with a triple-double, something crazy like that. Do you think Josh Jackson? No, I think they literally just brought him in to bring him in on a 1-year deal because they didn't want to overpay for any other guys, which I was cool with, like them bringing in Josh Jackson, Jalo Okafor, but we'll see. The Knicks win a chip in 3 to 5 years, we hope. I agree, Orbit. Appreciate that, Delano. I appreciate that a lot. Stay independent. Yeah, I'll keep doing me, you know. Be yourself, guys. Gotta be yourself. Yeah, I'll go for like 10 more minutes. I've been live for an hour and 39 minutes. And just thank you guys so much for your great amount of support. You guys are the reason I'm monetized. You guys are the reason I hit 1K. You guys are the reason I do this because this channel would not be the same without you guys. LMAO. Poor man's LeBron. Wasn't that like his comparison coming out of college? I appreciate you. You didn't have to do that, man. But hey guys, I am gonna end the stream. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys are amazing. Just thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chino Hills is the best high school team. There's also like Modern Day and there's Chino Hills. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. If you ever have any video suggestions, make sure to comment down below on my latest video. Make sure you check that out as well. But yeah, just thank you so much for being like best supporters on YouTube. You guys are just absolutely amazing. Have a good one, Anthony. Have a good one, Mama said, don't trust you. Delano, YB Jelly, Knicks for life, YB Jelly. I read you already. Andrew, Orbit. Thank you to the brand new subs. Thank you to everyone that's clicked the subscribe one. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Andrew. Have a good one. Oh, I thought you meant that. Not, oh, never mind. That was awkward. Be easy. You too, man. All we need is a better point guard, but Harper could surprise. We'll see.
Yeah.
But you guys, peace out. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, Delano. Thanks for being a great supporter and just being an awesome person. All right. Peace out, guys. See you next for life. Thanks for